Hello, and I would say welcome back, usually, but this is a brand new game, Eafc 24, and for the first time ever, we're doing a player career that's not live. So yes, the Sheffield Wednesday career mode on here has often been a manager career, but this year, I'm not going to lie, the career mode is not fantastic, so I was debating doing any content on it at all. I may still eventually do a career mode, but now we're going to focus on a player career because something a little bit different. We can take a player, put them in Wednesday. They might not always stay at Wednesday. That's the current plan, but you never know how this game goes. We're going to make someone as old as we can pretty much get them. So we're going to, given when the season starts, we're going to go August 97. We're going to go for, and we're going to go for a heavy set player. We're going to go for 6'4". We're going to go for a heavy build for football terms because, like on the manager career of the FIFA 23 series, we're going to go for the target man. Okay, we're going to not just build around a target man, we are that target man. And the aim is to become the best target man in the world. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am not in love with EA's character options. I think the controls are very limiting. So, yes, we're going to try and mold it on my long-haired self, but that is not what happens, really, because I'm looking at the options and I play other games where I can kind of make it look like me, but this kind of always ends up looking like the same player, but at least it's a little bit different to the other players. We are currently bold. We're not going to go with that, sorting out the team fits and the likes. I think we've got to go for the blue boots, really, and then maybe we change the boots. Maybe we do some comments below and we decide how we're going to do our boot branding. It's not really a thing we do in the game, but we can look at it. We can role play, guys. We can role play in FIFA, which is a little bit weird to say because you wouldn't usually think role playing and FIFA would go together. But here's my problem with it: the hairstyles are woeful for long male hairstyles. You either look full Karen, or you look balding and your forehead is massive. Just like, look at the partings on some of these. What is going on? You can't mold the forehead. You need to be able to change the forehead shape because it's just not ideal when you want a hairstyle that's like pulled back. They decide to make your forehead massive and you can't change the size of your forehead, but we're going to go with that. I like the tattoo edition. It brings your player out a little bit more. It gives a little bit of uniqueness. So we might start we're going to probably go down the Maverick route. So let's start with the tattoo and then build through that. There's obviously a lot of baiting options with the celebrations, but we're not on multiplayer. I'm not going to lie, Rivals does my head in, so I don't even watch the celebrations anymore. Here we have the Last of Us celebration. We could go for that one with the golf swing. Matador. I think, though, we are going to go for something quite annoying and barely use it, because I just tend to mash buttons in celebrations. I don't know why we'd want to flex, if I'm honest with you, or do this one, or do the mask. I don't even like that there's one called Predator. That's a little bit odd to me. And then calm down. I think we'll go for the calm down because it's quite disgusting, isn't it? In terms of the running styles, they're all a little bit unique, but I think there's only one, if you look through all of these, that we can really go for, given the new style of the game, the cover star. We have to go for the Norse, don't we? Because if we're going to build a Haaland-like character, we have to go with it. And this is where I am making the game trickier than we've ever done it. We are going to play on Legendary on player career. 3-minute halves, keep the career moving at a good pace. But we're going to turn that first transfer window off because that does my head in player career. You tend to lose a lot of your best players, so I might as well play with the Sheffield Wednesday players, which are here. Recognise them. I recognise that one. That's Bannon. Vasquez. Don't know who that's supposed to be. We'll try and guess, shall we? Maybe Liam Palmer's in there somewhere. That's Bernard, I think. And then we've got here the woman that doesn't work at Wednesday, and that's Danny Rull. I mean, it's not too far off Danny Rull. We've finally got a manager at Wednesday that's kind of like one of the default characters on FIFA. So there's that. Who is that? And we're having a word, apparently. Look at us, so excited. First training session at Sheffield Wednesday. Big times. But here we have the contract. And the contract, there is some ridiculous objectives usually, but ours don't look too bad here. So to renew our contract, we need successful key dribbles. Matches in the starting 11, we need 29%. So 34 key dribbles. Passing rate 7% is an optional. There's also a couple in there, such as skill moves, headed passes, things like that. But we can look at that down the line because I can't say we'll be skilling anyone immediately. We are 69 rated. We're going to go for the Maverick pathway when we get the majority pathway. And we can't buy anything because we've got no money. So it's going to be building this player from a 69 rated striker. The worrying thing is he's not going to be very mobile at all. And we have got some money coming in, so we will be able to do something with that in a minute. But training has changed for this player career. If you haven't played it already, I'm sure you have by now. You actually play just before the match rather than booking it in the week. So we've got to put in a good, solid performance in our first training session. I do tend to try and keep these balanced, but we have gone quite heavy on the Maverick for the first one because we really want the benefits from the play styles, because you do get a few personality bonuses and stuff. We're doing great, first of all. We've managed to, on our first touch of the ball, hit one of the targets that you're not supposed to hit. What are they called? Punching bags? What? Dummies? They're dummies? Yeah, look, there we go. Oh, God. It's going really well. That line's even moving, and it's meant to be a solid white line. But fantastic. Apparently, we're outstanding so far. So, touch like a Tonka truck apparently means we're outstanding. But there we go. Fletcher? About right. Hendrick? Oh, what a shock. Who's next? Come on. Come on. Windass. Windass, we know he can do it. We know he can look. He's the one that scores. Interesting. Gregory can score. Not this time. There we go. Big moment. Big moment. Show him out. Yep. All right. Smith can still... Yeah, this is probably the problem we've got at Wednesday in general. We're going to do it again, but we're going to go a little bit faster. Look at that. Bagging now. There we go. Windass actually is the one that messes up this time. Hendrick, can he get one? Nope. Fletcher, come on, redeem yourself, Fletcher. Look at that. Do that in real life, please. And it's crossbar challenge for Smith. Much better. Got to try and get ourselves on penalties for the team. This is the way to do it. Now, Vasquez is quite a big keeper, so he's not the easiest to score set pieces from when you're at a low level like we are. But we're not really having problems dinking it into the corners. I'm going to try to go for high, low, and corner shots here and see if we can put it down the middle as well. Can we go every single way? We've gone 3 of the ways. Yep, that's left low. And then if we put it down the middle, see where he goes. We've had him there. Can we go down the middle with power? And then technically we've done all the penalty styles-ish. And we can. Got to put us on penalties after that. An outstanding training session which levels us up. We are now level 3. Here's where we're going to put the points. Now, we're not very mobile, but we're also really slow. We're not going to be rapid with the size of the player we are making. However, we are going to put a lot of points into the pace attribute, because at least if we can get to the high 70s there, we won't move so slowly. I do forget to put a play style in here, but we've got our debut. Pre-season, coming off the bench. We're 1-0 down. We're defending a corner to start. We've been put on for a defensive corner. Is he going to play us at centre-back? Maybe. Some Darren Moore tactics here, playing players out of position. Remember that time? It seems so long ago. But we've got an attack here. We're passing it to Bannon. We could be early on here. This is our second sort of move. Not bad passing with the back heel. Split through. We're going to go for the shot. Right idea. The thing is, when you're waiting for the AI to catch up, they do pass it around for a while, and I do tend to find myself trying to control the rest of the players, because you can sort of influence them to chase the man and stuff. You can call them to press, but you tend to find yourself doing that a lot. Also, I love how shadowing in Eafc works. They basically, if you're on the left-hand side of the pitch here under this shadow, they just turn the shaders down by the looks of it. Sorry, the shaders up in terms of the shadows. It's a bit odd because it doesn't look realistic, and I've never noticed that on a FIFA before. When you go under where it's meant to be shadowed, the players are just shaded differently rather than it actually being the shadow on the pitch in this camera view. It's a bit weird. That's not a great pass. Let's forget we tried to make the back heel pass. But we could be through here. Bannon with a good ball. We've just got to hold up well. Running down. Look at the sun beaming down on us. And then he's going for the slide there. We could have gone for the old tactical foul and jumped over and tried to make something happen. We are dropping a bit Harry Kane deep here, I have noticed, because you tend to not get on the ball. And for the debut, are we going to end up playing that role? Are we going to drop as deep as Harry Kane did for Spurs to try and get in on the action? But we've got an attack here down the right, playing it through in the middle, shot! And that should have been an assist, really, shouldn't it? For the first actual appearance, we should have had an assist. But now going how this game's gone, we're probably not going to really get another chance. But we've got it through in the middle here. If we can pass well. Plays, that is atrocious. As he tries to flick it through to Bannon. Sorry, this is us. It's me. It's a different career. But we do lose 1-0. The debut is nothing to write home about. We had some time on the ball. Now, as any sensible young football player would, let's spend over half of our life savings currently on a trampoline and dance classes, because that's exactly what we're going to do, because it's all about the stats. +1 jumping, +1 balance, and training boosts of 5%, +5%, so 10%. That's going to help with the XP. We're not going to go slowly through all the training sessions. We're going to actually enjoy sped up training sessions now, just to see if we're improving in general. You see, Bannon's, he's not hitting as many as the dummies as we did, because he's much more technical. Windass can't seem to stay in a circle. We're still outstanding. Now we're going to hit targets in a penalty box. This seems like really destructive. How expensive are those little pieces of cardboard that we keep hitting with the football? No wonder Sheffield Wednesday are in a financial mess. Chansiri, stop buying all the cardboard. This is a joke, I do know. It's a game, Chansiri. Don't think I'm being libelous. I'm not. Shooting without a goalkeeper in the goal is much easier, though. If Sheffield Wednesday considered this in real life to be able to score a goal, take the goalkeeper out and replace it with cardboard things, because I'm missing quite a few of these still, and I'm sure we would. But some of the goals are going in. Level 4 will mean more skill points to make sure we are not as woefully slow as we currently are. That takes our sprint speed to over 75, which is helpful. And then we've got 1 point that we can't put in because we need 2 points to finish the acceleration. So we will put it in finishing, because our finishing, if we can get that solid, we've now a 70 overall going into the second game of pre-season. And this is the important bit. Play styles. Finesse shot, if you play this game, you know that is pretty much crucial if you're a striker. And flair, I just like that. I like being able to pass and hold L2 and make sure it actually goes where I want it to with a little bit more flair, because the flair does help with that. You make a few more tricky passes, I've noticed. But we're going to try the highlights out, and apparently we're on corners now. Yes, the 6'4" person put them taking the corner rather than in the box for the corner. That makes perfect sense, but I must say that wasn't a bad corner, just saved, and because it's highlights, we don't get to take the corner again, even though we got one. But this looks like if Bannon just plays this first time straight down the middle, we're through and it's a goal, surely. But he doesn't. He takes it to the right. What is that? What is he doing? Because now we've lost the sight on goal. We have to take it here, battle for it. Bannon still does well there, but a good save in the end. But I'm sorry, play that first time to me like I was screaming for it, and it's in the back of the net. We've got one more chance here, surely. Can we get a goal here? No, he crosses it straight to the keeper. So in terms of highlights there, not fantastic. 2 games in pre-season without a goal for a new striker of the club. It's not looking great, but we are faster now. Our sprint speed there was at 77, so we are putting points in the right areas. Looking at the path here, we want to get to weak foot, really. We want to make sure that our weak foot isn't currently 3-star. If we can get that to 5-star quite rapidly, that'll be very helpful for us being a striker. Enjoy some rapid crossing and shooting. I swear this is a new one for this game. I don't remember. I didn't really do the training much, but I feel like you realistically have to do it in a player career. So the problem you have in these set pieces is someone like Vasquez is going to save them, especially when we are so woeful. That Playstyle Plus, the gold one, the Dead Ball Plus that James Maddison Team of the Month, Player of the Month card has got, is so useful because you can see the weight of the ball and where it'll actually land, and you don't only have half of the line. I wish there was a way... Oh, there might be, actually. If we were a midfielder, maybe you can get that as a Playstyle Plus. I don't know if you can get Playstyle Pluses in this player career. We'd have to find out, but that is really useful. Even the free Maddison they've given recently isn't as good as that. Look at that beautiful sight. Slow motion. Yes, the good thing about doing these careers this way is I can pick out the interesting moments that happen. And we're going to put more points in acceleration. Our sprint speed is well up to near the 80s now, and our acceleration is actually at 70. So we are not too slow. Last preseason game to make a mark in this team, get into Danny Rull's side. Do you know what is interesting, actually? We didn't have a generic manager. We did actually have a generic character manager, but at the top left, where it shows you your manager, we actually had Zisco at the start of this. So that's the one thing about sacking. You don't get the face on FIFA, but I'll take it for the woeful football. Hang on, can we get through here? No, absolutely not. And that's the thing, we could have probably countered here. But we've got a penalty. Penalties always happen on the highlights. Is our first Sheffield Wednesday goal going to be from a penalty in pre-season? We'll take it. We've not scored yet. Top corner, let's go. That's where I'm always going to shoot pretty much for this career, I think, while we're not great at penalties. It's one of the best places you can do. I didn't mean to do this celebration, and I don't know what that green ring is on the floor with the arrow. But this game seems like it's got all the signs of being a perfectly well put together video game, doesn't it? Once you've got a counter-attack through here, this is a good place to just give me the ball first time, and we actually do get it that time, but I must say, that's woeful in possession. I think some points are going to be needed. That's 1-1 as well, by the way. That was the first half, that highlight. That's how quickly that went there. But I think we need to put some points in our dribbling, really. But apparently we don't need to, because Borussia Dortmund are already interested in offering us a contract if we can meet some objectives. So let's do this training session really well and go to Borussia Dortmund. I don't know. I think it's because so many young English players are going there, but we're not a young English player. I think we're like 26 in this career. We're well into that sort of football career age. There were words there that made sense in my head, but you think like a young English player, yeah, they'd be after a player like that. I will say you do get your contract terminated a little bit easily on this, so we're going to try and avoid that and make sure we're hitting the crucials to stay at Wednesday, because I have done this in my own time, and I have lost a Wednesday contract, but Real Madrid wanted to sign me, so that was fine. We're going to look at putting some points down that path now into the weak foot. They're trying to get there. If we can put some into long shot and then max out this finishing, we should unlock that skill moves very soon. Weak foot very soon, and then we can put the points in there, because that will be really useful for us. Our finishing is at 84 now, so for a championship striker, we will be top end there, really. So first match against Huddersfield. We are training just before. I think that's Liam Palmer adjusting his shoes, banding on the treadmill there. We're with a single dumbbell. It looked like Gassama was in net then on first glance. But I don't think they've put it in actual team order, because why would they do that? Is that Michael Smith? I think that might be Michael Smith. We're all wearing similar colour. Why aren't we in Wednesday training gear, eh? Not representing in the training. Good bit of sweat there, but number 9, Dexterity, is going to be starting for Sheffield Wednesday against Huddersfield Town. So we've worked our way from the bench for the first game. Gassama and Masaba, look at that. That's a right strike force up top. That's what you want. Hendrick in the middle from FIFA is probably one of our better options, but I do like the cinematics. I don't want them to put all the budget in it more, but it is nice to see some of the players. Do you know what? Go and do some more scans of lower league players. You want to make it more realistic. The majority of your sort of British fan base will do roads to glories from the lower league, so why wouldn't they? But yes, hopes are high for our Sheffield Wednesday competitive debut at 26. I don't know what academy we're in. What backstory should we come up for this lad? Why is it taking him so long to make his debut in professional football? 26. Did he play football before? Was he a keyboard warrior that decided, oh, I don't need a profile picture of myself on Twitter with a football avatar, and I can give it a go now? That could be me. I'm just saying, that's a foul, by the way. Huddersfield playing dirty. They're kind of blending in with the pitch a little bit with that kit. The lime green. Is it lime green? I'm not going to say I'm great at shades of colour. But we're dropping deep like the Harry Kane stuff again. I think we have just defended a corner, in fairness, here. But we do tend to drop quite deep to try and get the ball, because our team just don't have the ability to gather the ball for us. And when they do try and play it like they play it at whipped speeds where I have to really try hard to control it. Because look at this. What's that dribbling? It's an all right pass, but we need to get it through here because I'm trying to make the moves here in the middle to be available. And look at that pass. I asked for the pass. I actually asked you to pass it to me, not to the defender right in front of you. But that's perfectly through there. Bannon, I asked for it. He tries to play it first time and he hits the player. He should be able to whip that through, and it's just annoying that the AI isn't that quick with it in terms of that. Obviously, a lot of this match that you haven't seen is Huddersfield just being on the ball and us struggling to get it, and I do try skill moves there and forget we've got 3-star skill moves and we are not very mobile, so I won't be trying that again anytime soon unless I forget again, which is probably going to happen, to be honest with you. But Huddersfield are on the ball and causing us problems because we can't seem to really get our foot in here, and that should not be going in from there. I don't really know what Vasquez is doing there or our defence to let them actually score near post when Vasquez is in a good position, you would think, to save this. Bergzorg, how does it get in that gap from there? It's atrocious, and 59 minutes gone, we're trailing, and they're hardly getting me on the ball, which is great. Because Bannon could have slipped it through there, didn't. They never want to through ball it. We're going to have to do a little bit more of this where we bring it down, because look at that. Bring it to the target man, bring it down, hit it left foot. We are left-footed, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier in the episode. I am left-footed. Just so you're aware. I can actually hit a ball with my right foot. Sometimes I'm better at set pieces with my right foot. I'm not going to say I'm very good at football, although I'm not really. But I am mainly left-footed, so we've gone with good little ball from Bannon here. We're pushing it through and we hit it with the right foot. We talk about the left foot, but the first goal for James Dexterity for Sheffield Wednesday, the number 9, the new number 9 for Sheffield Wednesday, is with the right foot. Decent bit of movement this. This is the sort of ball we want here. We were coming towards the end of the game as well. I think we were on like the 75th minute or something, so we were heading for opening day defeat here. Bannon plays a good ball and then it's just through there. I'm not sure who actually feeds that through the second time there, but we use that. That's the power we've got there that brings it through, and then we can just take it round the keeper with the right foot. So to say we've not put the points into that weak foot yet, that's not a bad finish. Now, I don't think we're going to have anything happen here because we will struggle probably to press the ball in the closing stages because Huddersfield are wanting just to play for a point. By the looks of it, they are away from home. But we do manage to snatch it here. That's a good ball through. My stamina is pretty much completely gone, but if we can burst through the middle, we might rely on people's passing. Can we bring it round here? I tried to flick it over the defender's legs, and it was the wrong decision, but I had no stamina to that point. So it was an option. The fans are booing us, by the way. They are furious that we've got a draw. We wouldn't be booing draws now. I got man of the match and we were getting booed. But man of the match, first game for Wednesday, it's probably because we were the only ones to actually score or do anything because the rest of the team were woeful. But that is not a bad performance in the first professional game we have played for Sheffield Wednesday. Now, 74 acceleration there. We've put some points in there. We're going to keep an eye on that weak foot as well. But for now, we're going to put it into dribbling because we are going to build to that weak foot. But that's probably going to be the next episode. Dribbling and ball control and stuff is where we need to look as well because we're not great on the ball. But 73 overall. First episode. We've just made our debut. That's sort of top-end championship, isn't it? Well, mid-end championship now. You've got the likes of 78 rated Vardy and stuff in the championship on FIFA now. It's not FIFA anymore, is it? Eafc. But please do leave likes on this video as we put some points into Maverick. We're going to buy some stuff as well. I think we're going to buy a couple of bits for stat boosts here, like motivational course. That's good for aggression. But please leave some likes on the video. The more likes I see on this video, we used to do a 70 likes and you get the next episode thing. I don't know how long I'm going to make this career mode for. It's not going to be like a massive road to glory like we've done previously, probably, unless it gets a lot of interest and you guys are really interested in it. So please do like it and show me the support on the content and we will see where it goes with it. But I must say, it's fresh, it's something different, and I'm enjoying making it. And if you have enjoyed it, please make sure that you let me know. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all those things, and keep watching right here on Dexterity Box.